So you're ready to move to the Maine coast. You've narrowed it down to two incredible towns just minutes apart. Both have beaches, both have that classic New England charm, and both put you close to Portland. But here's the thing, one of them costs a lot more than the other, and it's not a small difference. I'm talking about Cape Elizabeth and Scarborough, Maine. Two different but amazing spots right by the sea. What are you actually paying for? Is it the ocean views, the prestige for the zip code? Is it as simple as picking the cheapest area? To help you understand all this, I'm breaking down exactly how life actually is around these places and whether the premium is actually worth it. By the end, you'll know which town actually makes sense for your family and your budget. Let's start with Cape Elizabeth. This incredible area asks for higher price tags, but delivers high quality of life as well. Cape Elizabeth sits on a rocky peninsula just 5 miles south of Portland. And the moment you cross into town, you will feel the change. That's because this is one of the most sought after addresses in all of New England. Fort Williams Park is a beautiful park and it's home to Portland Headlight. Here you've got trails, beautiful views, and even tours. Then you've got Two Lights State Park and Crescent Beach State Park, both open year round. The first one has a lighthouse that's actually been featured in Edward Hopper's painting, Lighthouse Hill. Did you know it's the country's most famous lighthouse painting? Now, the homes here match the setting. We're talking about luxury estates with water views, historic properties with acres of land. Many of these properties have been in families for generations, but we do see some turnover. And that's part of why inventory stays so tight here. Cape Elizabeth Land Trust has preserved 844 acres of land through conservation easements, all managed for non-motorized public use. That means there's only so much land left to build on. When a property hits the market, especially anything oceanfront or even with partial water views, it moves fast. The town itself has worked so hard to keep its character as well. Conservation zoning keeps development in check. You're not going to find strip malls or chain restaurants lining main roads here. Instead, you'll get spots like the Lobster Shack at Two Lights, where you can grab a fresh lobster roll and sit on picnic tables looking out at the ocean. Or Bite into Maine, the food truck that runs from April to November, serving some of the best lobster rolls you'll find anywhere. This is the Cape Elizabeth lifestyle. It's quiet, exclusive, deeply connected to the natural environment. It's not flashy, but it's clearly premium. And fun fact, but it's also the hometown of legendary film director John Ford and pioneer Joanne Samuelson, the first woman to win an Olympic marathon. Now, before we check out Scarborough, let's talk about the practical side. State Route 77, also called Shore Road, it's infamous by the way, it runs through town and connects you south to Two Lights State Park. For highway access, you'll go through South Portland to reach US 1 and Interstate 295. It's not the most direct route if you're commuting daily. But Cape Elizabeth buyers aren't focused on a 5-minute commute. They're focused on quality of life and the surroundings. Portland International Jetport sits 8 miles north, which makes travel relatively easy without dealing with the Boston traffic. And if you do need public transit, Greater Portland Metro Route 1 runs weekdays along Route 77, Shore Road, into downtown Portland. It's a place where families stay for decades. Whether kids grow up, move away for college or careers, then come back to raise their own families, that kind of stability actually reflects prices, which we'll cover later on. Before that though, I need you to click the subscribe button and the like button real quick. I'm out here every week giving you the latest updates, comparisons, rankings, and more info about Portland's real estate industry. I'm also available to help you with any questions or concerns you might have regarding making a move or investing here. Now let's look at Scarborough, because this is where the value conversation gets pretty interesting. Scarborough spans from tidal marshes to beaches, sitting 7 miles south from Portland and just 3 miles from Maine Turnpike. That turnpike access changes everything, because your commute options open up big time compared to Cape Elizabeth. And let's be clear, Scarborough isn't some budget compromise. This is still coastal Maine. You're still getting beach access, natural beauty, and that classic New England feel. The beaches here are the real deal. Scarborough Beach State Park has a USLA certified lifeguard on duty from June 10th through Labor Day. Parking passes are available for purchase at the town clerk's office beginning in May. These are family beaches with parking, bathrooms, and classic summer vibes where kids are building sandcastles and teenagers are playing volleyball. You've also got the Scarborough Marsh Audubon Center, which protects Maine's largest salt marsh. It's not necessarily as dramatic as Cape Elizabeth's rocky coastline, but it's incredibly peaceful. Boardwalks wind through the marsh, guided tours tell you all about the ecosystem, and it's one of the best spots in the region for bird watching. The town itself has a more suburban feel than Cape Elizabeth. Route 1 is the main road connecting Scarborough to Portland all the way to Saco. lifestyle. Along that road, you'll find national stores, local restaurants, coffee shops, and grocery stores. Think spots like Hannaford Supermarket, Sam's Club, local dining options from JoJo's Thai Kitchen and family-run Italian spots. Overall, a very small town feel, laid-back vibe, but still has some big industry. Scarborough Community Services runs seasonal summer camps for grades K to 6, open skating at municipal ponds in the winter, and year-round community events. So the lifestyle here is active and very family-focused. Here's where Scarborough really stands apart though. The housing stock is much more broader. You've got everything from condos, townhomes, single-family homes on decent lots to larger properties near the beach. That range creates multiple options at multiple price points, and the town is growing. Scarborough ranks among Maine's fastest-growing communities, with its population growing a lot since the 1950s. It actually increased 7.9% from July 2020 to 2024 to just 24,000 people. The growth brings investment, both from the town and private developers. New restaurants, better roads, more services. It's not an evil thing. When a town is growing the right way, it means a lot more things to do, more options, and possibly better home value growth over time as the area keeps growing. So think of that before you be negative about the growth. So let's break down this price gap. The typical home value in Cape Elizabeth is around $859,500, and the median listing prices are hitting around $1.375 million. The typical home value in Scarborough is right around $700,000, with median listing prices hitting very close to that. That's not just about different locations. In Cape Elizabeth, you're paying for oceanfront and scarcity. When I say oceanfront, I'm talking about properties where you walk out your back door and your steps to the rocks, where you fall asleep to the sound of waves, where every window shows you the Atlantic Ocean. Are you starting to get the picture? Those properties are rare and they're expensive. You're paying for that zip code, for the conservation zoning that makes sure your neighbor can't split their lot and build 3 speculative homes. In Scarborough, you're getting a lot more flexibility. Maybe it's more land for your money, newer construction options, much better highway access, a growing retail and dining scene. Something else you should know is that both towns fall into the low to moderate walkability range outside their village centers. So many errands require a car, and I would say you need a car if you live there. That's not all bad though, it's just the reality of living in coastal Maine. These towns were not designed around density and walkability. They were designed around properties and natural protection. But if all of this sounds great to you and you're still in doubt, let me help visualize which community might be better for your lifestyle and budget. Then I'll share my tips on how to actually decide once and for all. So Cape Elizabeth works for specific buyer types. You're looking at luxury buyers who want ocean views and are willing to pay big premiums for them. Families who care more about community stability than convenience and modern stores. These people also value conservation and environmental protection. They usually want to know their property values are protected by careful zoning. With home prices over $1.3 million, Cape Elizabeth is not an entry-level market. So this is a place where buyers typically have major equity from their previous home or family wealth. Where Scarborough, on the other hand, appeals to a broader range of buyers, which is part of why it's growing so fast. You're looking at young families who want coastal access without maxing out their budget. Also, professionals who commute to Portland and want really great highway access. You're also looking at buyers who value convenience. They want shopping, dining, and other options nearby. People that also want the beach lifestyle during the summer, but don't really need oceanfront views year-round. These are buyers who see value in getting more house and more land for less money, even if it means giving up some of the prestige and exclusivity of Cape Elizabeth. And you're looking at investors who recognize that Scarborough's continued growth likely means strong values over the next decade. The lower prices mean open doors for people who still want the Southern Maine coastal lifestyle. Now, here's how to think this through. First, get really honest about your budget. Not what you're pre-approved for, but what you actually are comfortable spending. That's when you add in property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and all the other costs of owning a home. If your budget truly supports Cape Elizabeth, it might be worth the premium. If your budget is a little tighter, or if you want value practical stores, easy commuting, and a more family-oriented suburban vibe, Scarborough delivers incredible value. Second, think about your timeline. If you're planning to stay for 20 years, if this is your forever home, then paying for the exact lifestyle that you want, it makes absolute sense in my opinion. If you're thinking of 5 to 7 years, this is a stepping stone type of house, then getting the most value and keeping costs down becomes more important. Third, you need to visit both towns multiple times. Don't just drive through on a sunny Saturday afternoon. Go in February when the tourists are gone and you're seeing what daily life actually looks like for residents. Walk to the beaches, check out the parks, grab lunch at the local spots. Get a feel for the community vibe, the pace, and the energy. All of that truly makes a difference in making the best decision for you. Bottom line, is Cape Elizabeth worth the premium over Scarborough? I can't say yes or no. It totally depends on what you value, what you can afford, and what you're trying to build. Both towns deliver an incredible quality of life. Neither choice is wrong. It's all about which trade-offs make sense for your specific situation. Personally, I'm a big fan of Scarborough. It's where my office is. It's really easy to get to, and there's a lot of cool things going on. It's also a community I invest personally in and own investment property in because I see a massive growth opportunity. Versus Cape Elizabeth, it's much tighter inventory, it's hard to break into there, and it's mainly residential, so not a lot of big industry. But I find clients who want privacy and have the budget, they really value Cape Elizabeth's exclusivity and small town feel, versus some people can think Scarborough's getting a little bit too big or it's too spread out. So definitely things to keep in mind outside of what we just talked about. So if you're ready to start your search in Cape Elizabeth or Scarborough, now's the time to act. I can help you through the competitive market. I get access to listings before they even hit the public market and can put together a strategy that actually wins. So email me, which is down in the description down below, set up a time with me to chat, and we can find you the perfect coastal home before somebody else does. Also, last thing, if you're still curious about Cape Elizabeth, you need to see my other video. I break down this and other ultra-exclusive neighborhoods where homes regularly sell for $3 to $7 million, if you can believe it. It's mind-blowing. All you gotta do is click down here to watch it. I'll see you there.